Hello, this is Jessie Cannon-Wallace with Atlanta Classic Cars Mercedes-Benz, and we're going to take a quick look at the Mercedes-Benz GLA250 on the left versus the Infiniti QX30 on the right. These two vehicles were developed as a partnership between Daimler and Renault, so they do share a platform as well as some other items, but there are big differences. So from the styling point of view, you can see they have very different front fascias. Obviously one has the 3-point star. The QX, by the way, is called copper, which is what it looks like on the video, but in person it reads a lot more pink. Different headlights, different lower bumper treatments. Both of these cars are right at the $40,000 mark as equipped. Notice the mirrors are very different. The door handles, however, are identical. Straight out of a Mercedes parts bin. You can see a little bit of a different line there. Same roof rails. The rear window is an obvious different treatment. The Infiniti went with their notched-in design. Coming around to the back, you can see very different taillights. Slightly different rear hatch treatment. They do have different latches as well. The Mercedes is a lot more finished out. The Infiniti is a lot more exposed. Different lower bumpers there, although both with dual exhaust tips. Starting with the Mercedes on the inside, you can see the star, of course. Take a look at the gauge cluster, the turn signal levers, the steering wheel controls. This does have the column-mounted gear selector. Mercedes nav screen, heating and cooling, cup holders, contrast stitching on the seats, and they have exactly the same back seat design. And then if we switch over here to the Infiniti, you'll recognize a lot of things. Similar steering wheel, door handles, seat controls, instrument cluster. They did switch out the screen and the audio controls for an Infiniti type system, and it does use a Bose speaker rather than the Harman Kardon that Mercedes is using. Notice the gear selector is center mounted. It's kind of like the one out of the GLA45 or the SL. Same climate control. Little bit of different design on the seats, same back seat. So a lot of similarities on the inside. I did notice when I was trying to open the doors that the Infiniti opens differently than the Mercedes. I actually had to hit unlock to get out. So while they share a lot of components, it feels like we put them together very differently. So on the left, the GLA, and on the right, the QX30. I'd recommend you take them both for a test drive, sit in them, before you decide that they're the same car, because they really do have some significant differences. Again, this is Jessie at Atlanta Classic Cars. Thanks very much.